Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today Dirk's going to teach me how to play Sky
Sky
Team.
Team. So Sky Team is a game that a friend of ours named David, different David, taught me how to play. And he had actually taught me to play with Tabletop Simulator, so I had never actually seen the physical game until I picked up a copy of this, which is why I was a little overwhelmed by all the stuff that came with it because it was a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah, we did it.
But
we did it on.
Yeah, and I was a little flabbergasted because I was like, "Oh, what is all this stuff?" I didn't know what most of it did. But the essence of the game is we are a pilot and co-pilot. So because Dave is on the blue side playing this, he'll be the pilot. I'll be the co-pilot for this game. But we are trying to work together to land a plane. In this case, we are landing a plane in the starter airport, which is Montreal Trudeau Airport. And we have each round, we start at an altitude of 6,000 feet, and each round we will drop by 1,000 feet. And when we get to the end, we have to be landed or the game is over. There are various different things. Dave has to have all of his landing gear down. I have to have all of my flaps extended. Our brakes are not a requirement to use all of the brakes, but we need at least some brakes to be able to slow ourselves down. We need to make sure that we avoid any of the planes that are in front of us. And then we can also get some coffee
I
breaks.
think all the breaks are probably important. Otherwise, we're going to have an Airport 77 situation.
Well, it helps. You can land only adding one level on the brakes. You do need to add a minimum of one level, but because you can't do a one, that's just impossible. Okay. That was the one thing that I forgot to mention. So basically, is Dave needs these numbers to be able to drop the landing gear. I need to do mine in order because the little arrow here, but these are the numbers that I need for my flaps. To clear the airports or the airplanes in front of us, we can place dice here. Dave has one. I have two slots we can do. The number is how many spaces ahead of us we can go to clear somebody out of our way. Whenever we get to a couple of spots on the track, you'll see these little tokens here. That's a free reroll. Whenever somebody rerolls, we are not allowed to know what the other player's dice are. If somebody decides they want to use a reroll, they can reroll any number of dice they want. And before they place a dice, the other player has to decide how many dice they're going to reroll and reroll them. We can never discuss the dice that we've got. The breaks are here. These have to be done in order. And every time, if Dave does landing gear, he'll move one of these up. If I do flaps, I'll move this one up. If he does brakes, he'll move these up. For the speed, is if we're ever below the blue, we don't move that turn. If we're ever in between, we'll move one spot. If we're ever above, we'll move two spots. The way we move is once both of these dice are placed, we'll take that number, see where it's at on this. That determines how much we move immediately. For our horizon, it's basically once both numbers are placed, we see what the difference is, and whichever number is higher, we move the difference that many spots over, 1, 2, or 3, or more. If we ever hit the red, we crash. And then this is if we ever have extra dice, we can place them here to get coffee. If we get coffee, we can use that at any point in time to either add or subtract a number from a die before we place it. And that is the basics of it. These requirement. Every turn, Dave and I each have to place one in one of these spots. The rest of them are optional. We do have to place all 4 dice, but it's optional whether you place them. But you are required to place one here in each of these spots. When both of those spots are filled, we will do that action immediately. I think that's...
You said this is to clear the planes.
Yeah, this is
to communicate
with the planes ahead of us.
One plane?
This will only clear one plane. So, like, for this spot, we need to hit that spot 3 different times.
Yeah, but you said we only have 6 turns.
Right. But we've got 3 dice total that we can do it.
Oh, you can do it as well.
I can do it twice. I can do it twice. Twice as often.
I was going to say.
So,
yeah, because there's 9 planes in our way.
Yes. Okay. No, we will definitely be needing to use that. But okay. So now the way it works here is I don't know how well you can see it, but the little arrow that determines on that round which player goes first. So Dave will start first. Whoops. All right. So I've got my dice. You've got yours.
Okay.
So then Like I said, we don't get to discuss what we've got or what we're placing.
So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
correct.
Okay. Um. Well, and I just place one die, or I place all my dice.
You will place one die, and then I place, and we go back and forth
Okay.
until the end of the round.
All right. I'll play over here. Sorry, here.
Here, okay. So whenever you do that, then you might slide this over to indicate that that's done, and you will take and move this up one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So we've got 6 rounds. So right now we actually don't need to move 2 of anything. So I'm going to kind of let you know, give you a good indicator of where. So I will place this here.
So that's a 3.
That's a 3. So if you play a 1 through 3, a 1 or a 2, then we will not move forward. If you play a 3, 4, or 5, I haven't played anything over here, so this doesn't move. So you're basically, if you want to move 1, which would put us here, then you put either a 3 or a 4. If you play a 5 or a 6, we will move 2. Now we can move into a spot.
Do we move immediately?
We would move immediately as soon as the second one is filled. So if you wanted to wait to see if we can clear some of these, you can.
Yeah.
You just need to place there before the end of the turn.
Okay. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4. I get rid of one of these.
Get rid of one of those.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to play a 3, and I will get rid of this one.
Okay. And you just said we just have to have. Well, these are the breaks. So by the end of the game.
By the end of the game, these are the breaks.
Oh, the break. What was this again?
These are your landing gear.
Landing gear.
You don't need to have all your landing.
All the landing gear by the end of the game.
But you've got several turns to do it.
Yeah.
And yours can be done in any order.
Yeah.
These have to be done in order because of the arrows. Okay. So that no, actually you need to place in one of these two at this point.
Oh. What does this do? Oh, that. Oh,
that
I don't want to do that.
So, if you do that, yeah, then I would have to do a high number or something. So if you put it there, then it's going to be a 9, and currently that would move us 2 spots, which we are okay doing right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we immediately move. Now we can always move. I think is it into a spot with an airplane? I think is safe.
Well, we're not moving anymore to this turn.
Correct. But I'm just trying to remember.
This we don't have this, right? This reroll. That was during your demo.
If there are airplane tokens in the current position space and you have to advance the approach track, you have a collision and you've lost. So they can be in the spot, but if we ever have to move, we crash. Okay. If we ever move through one that's got a plane, we crash. Okay, so then my other one is I'm going to put a 4 here.
So that.
So if you put a 4, we stay level. If you put higher or lower, we'll move accordingly. Yes, it's the difference.
And we don't have the reroll yet.
Correct. No, we have a reroll. I'm sorry, we have a reroll.
Oh, we start with a reroll?
We start with a reroll. Well, you're rerolling 1 die. So I don't know what you've got. If you've got a 6, then we're still safe. If you've got a 2, we're still safe. If you have a 1, we're going to crash. You need the reroll.
And then we have to level out the next turn.
No, we have to level out before we land.
Oh.
We could spend the entire game tilted by 2 and we're fine. Although that's risky.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that we will move by 2 over here, which that's fine. And then I will play a 4 here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of these. Okay. And that's the turn. Okay. So now we will move this. And it is my turn. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 1 here, that, and I will move this up by 1.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to put a 2 here and move this up by another one.
Wait, so you're not clearing.
I still have 2 more dice. Oh, no, I'm not
Don't
clearing
you
any
have
of
to
this
put
turn.
one here and here.
Yes. My last 2 dice have to go there and there.
Oh, wow.
Which, oh, yeah, that could be bad.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I probably should take that one back. That's terrible. Because we need to do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this immediately goes back to level. I am going to put a reroll down here.
All right.
Okay. Okay, and my
And
last
then I
one.
have to put one here, right?
Yes, so my last one is a 6.
And I forget what the difference is. What does that mean?
So if it's in between, we move 1. If it's below, we
Oh,
move
right.
0. And if it's above, we move 2.
That's right. It's adding the two together.
Yes. Okay, so 9, so we will move 1. Okay, and then that is all 4 dice. And now you will go first.
Okay.
Oops.
Um.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go. Okay. All right. 2, 2. Okay, we stay where we're at. I'm gonna play a, let's see, a 1 and give us some more coffee.
But,
If this ever gets filled up, we can put more dice down there, but they don't give us any extra.
but we have to do these two spaces.
Yes. So you and I have to play our last 2 there, but you can use coffee if you want to adjust it.
Well, I have no idea what you're going to play,
Yeah.
so I figured you have to use the coffee.
5. Nope, that works for me. 9. So we move 1. Okay, that's the end of the turn. Okay, so you've got all of your landing gear down.
Yeah.
So you should probably, we are allowed to talk in between turns. So you should probably try to focus here if you can.
Okay. But I have to do 2, 4, and 6.
Yes, in order.
Okay.
So, and then we probably want at least, or probably nothing. We need at least 1 turn where we do not advance. Because otherwise we will overshoot the runway.
Okay.
So, because that's the goal, is we have to have this and this at the same time. Now, whenever we get there, and you have your landing gear down or whatever, on the turn that we're at the airport and at the right level, because we can get to the airport and install there 1 turn. But once we've got both of these there, that turn, whenever we place both of these, we add them together, they have to be under this right here, which is why you want to try to do all 3 of them. So between our dice, we get a 6 or under, 6 or under, and we're good.
All right.
Okay, so see my first now. Okay, okay, so we're gonna go 2.
3.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to do a 5.
And so you said the coffee bumps a die up by
Up
one.
or down by 1. And you can use any number of coffee.
I'm just using 1 to make that a 2.
Okay, so
Oh.
I'd make that a 2. Do that. And then this moves up by 1.
Okay.
So now Snake Eyes would safely land us. Let's see.
And I have to put 1 here
Yes.
during the turn. Okay.
So I'm going to go here.
Oh.
And again, we don't have to be level until the turn we actually land.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of. Darn it.
And remember, we still got to reroll, and you've got 2 dice, so you can do that if you don't like your dice.
So I have to put here and here this turn?
Yes, every turn. That's what anything that's got an exclamation point has to have a die in it before the end of the turn.
I think I want to re-roll both my dice.
Okay.
And you can choose to re-roll as
I
well?
can choose to, and I just have to decide before you place a die. Which I'm going to keep mine.
Didn't help. Let's do this. We're going to take the other coffee, I think. And I'm going to change a 5 to a 4.
Okay. Yeah, and I am going to play a 6.
Okay. And if it's below the number, we don't advance.
Correct. And we can do that 1 turn. All right. So we will not move. Okay. So instead, we just do this right here. Now we get another reroll, and that's the end of that turn.
All right.
And so now, so you still got.
All right.
Yeah,
I still have to do.
I
need a 4 and a 6.
You've got the minimum of what we need. Oh no, you need. Have you? I thought you had done that. You have done that. Yeah. You just got bumped. Yeah. So these are not necessarily required, but for safety's sake, you probably should try. Okay. I mean, a bare minimum, get 1 of them.
Yeah.
I still have to do this before we land.
Okay. Well,
and then we still have to clear these.
We only got a couple more turns. Right?
But let's see. You are placing first now.
Okay. Oh, wait, do I want to do that? No, let's do this first.
Okay.
No, this bumps up, right?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to go 3. I'm going to clear this one.
Okay. And I'll go 2 to clear that. So the traffic is cleared.
I'm going to go 4.
And it tilts towards the higher number.
The higher number, yes.
Yeah, so let's go
3, so that will level us out. Now, I am going to take the reroll because I do not like the dice that I have. Not for what we've got to do. And then, so before I place anything, then you have to decide.
I think I'm okay with my number.
Okay. I'm going to go.
Oh, you still have that one down there to do.
2. Yep.
Which you haven't done yet. Okay.
That is correct.
Well, I'm placing my last die. I don't have a choice. So.
Okay, good. We move forward 1. I was worried you might have a low number.
No.
So, and then we'll do there. Into that turn.
So this is the last turn.
Yeah. No. We've got 1. I mean, we'll have next turn. So next turn is the last turn. So I go first.
Oh, I thought we'd advance. Oh, if we advance by 2, we'd land, I guess, right?
If we advance by 2, we overshoot the airport.
This is the turn one. That's right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we do not want to go by 2, but.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. You're first this time.
Yes. So I.
And this spot's useless, right?
Yeah, it doesn't help us. I mean, instead of that, I would put them down here. You could still put one there, just to place a dice somewhere, but it's not necessary. Let's see, we're going to go.
Sure.
Okay. I am going to go 5. And there.
6.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to give us some coffee.
Sure, I guess I might as well do that too.
Okay. Um, 4. And there we go. Move forward 1. We move forward 1 here. Now, so since we are on the 2 spots. If we, before we do anything, oh, yeah, sorry. Before we do anything else, if we fill those 2 out as our first 2 dice, the game's immediately over.
Oh, okay.
As soon as those 2 are full, the game's over.
And
so
we need to.
We just need to be
8 to
under
12.
6. Under 6.
Oh,
No, now at this point, this is the one we go by.
Oh,
we need to be under 6.
Oh, okay.
And we've got these to play with. So.
And I'm first.
You are first. There we go. We successfully landed in Montreal Trudeau Airport.
All right. Well, cool.
So,
I need a coffee.
Yeah, we didn't need the coffee. Starbucks, we don't need you. I say that now. I will need them at some point in time. Just not right now. Not for this flight. But no, I've tried a couple of the other scenarios with my son, and still playing in the easy scenarios. We got to Japan. Japan took us a couple of tries. I can tell you that right now, because you were trying to go around the mountain. So you have to have the tilt in very specific places on very specific spots on that board.
Oh, okay.
And if you miss those windows, you crash.
That makes sense.
We crashed a few times.
All right.
So
that was Sky Team, the intro scenario. That was interesting. So thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you for sitting and watching what's turned into one of my new favorite games. So,
Okay. Please like and subscribe.
and if you want to see new videos by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down in the corner, and you will get alerts whenever we put up new content.